Assalamu alaikum. Can't hear you. Assalamu alaikum. Today we're here to remember the life and the legacy of Malcolm X Abdul-Malik Shabazz. Now probably for many of you, you would say, why are there so few people here to remember such a great American? The reality is that it is only the people who are here that matter. The people who are here are the ones who are ready to respond to the message. And the challenge for us is those who are present, that we should go and tell those that are absent. So today I want you to think about Abdul-Malik Shabazz, Malcolm X, and he left us with many great ideas. Let us not forget that Malcolm X has a postage stamp. I would ask you to go to the post office and say, I want a copy of the Malcolm X postage stamp because I'm going to mail some letters today. I'm going to mail some letters to members of Congress. I'm going to mail some letters to elected officials in my city. I'm going to mail some letters to young men and young women that I know who have missed the message. And I'm going to help to establish the annual remembrance of Malcolm X. By the way, this park that we're in has been named Malcolm X Park, not by the government, not by the Congress. It was named Malcolm X Park by the people. And as long as the people remember Malcolm X, it will remain Malcolm X Park. For young people today, I want to give you a short reminder. The one is that Malcolm reminded us, after returning from Mecca, to say, I am still a Muslim. And that the nature of his awakening is that he knows that God Almighty has something better for black people than the leftovers that were offered to us during segregation, slavery, civil rights movement, even today. But we're in a new crisis right now. And our crisis today, and I want you to look around, one of the critical areas that is missing is that there are a lot of women here. Am I right? Women, can I hear you? There are a lot of women here today. Am I right? My question to you is, do you know any good black men? Then where the hell are they? Where are they? A lot of them in prison. A lot of them are left over. A lot of them are running around not knowing what they ought to be doing, leaving their families abandoned. Am I right? Where is the black man? I'm not a nationalist. I'm a Muslim. I believe in the equality of everybody. But for some reason, when you look on death row, you find a disproportionate number of black men. When you look in the prison industrial complex, you find a disproportionate number of black men. When you look at what it costs to incarcerate a young person, why aren't they using that money to send those black men to college instead of to incarceration? Because there's a criminal industrial complex. And it preys upon the weak-minded. It preys upon boys who had no fathers. I love my mother, but I want to make sure that we have fathers. Allah created families to have a mother and a father because the mother has a role and the father has a role. So today we have to ask ourselves the question, what happened to the men? There's a book coming out, if it's not out already, called The End of Men. What's it called? What's it called? The End of Men. I want you to look around and see the articles. The New Yorker magazine has an article on the end of men. Because Malcolm had a message for everybody, but especially to our men. To wake up, to clean up, and to stand up. To wake up, to clean up, and to stand up. I seen some brothers laying around in the grass here intoxicated. Maybe some other brother, he said, well, I don't drink wine, I'm just a reefer head. Brothers and sisters, we need to clean up. Those of you who are awake, you need to go and wake up your neighbor. Wake up the black man in your neighborhood, in your family. Say, young black man, you need to clean yourself up. Let me digress for a moment. How many of you heard about Trayvon Martin? How many of you heard about Trayvon Martin?
Oh, yeah.
Why are you so upset about Trayvon? I know I'm in trouble now. Trayvon Martin's killing was a great tragedy. You know why you know about it? Because it was somebody who you thought was white that killed Trayvon Martin. Am I right?
Yep.
Am I right? Because over 50% of the homicides in America are against young black men. The only problem is 98% of them are committed by other black people. You're not interested when another black person kills another black person. You only get excited when the white man kills